What's happening?
Hello.
How you living, man?
And live in color. Oh, my fault.
Hey,
What's going on, Fair? How are you this morning?
man, I am blessed and highly favored. I'm good.
Good to know. Good to know. Good to
I'm
know.
good. I'm good. Hey, you got your volume down on your phone?
Yeah, everything is like I was just sending messages, making sure everybody know we out here for the people who sleeping. I'm trying to send the messages out. I'm popping it out because listen, y'all need to be here.
All
It
right,
ain't,
I feel like
ain't
I
us just
hear.
talking to us. It's talking to y'all. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Well, no, I just feel like I heard an echo, so I wanted to make sure that people can hear me loud and clear with no echoes and all that good stuff. So, but welcome everybody to another edition of Our Take. I am your host. I am Farah, the hostess with the mostest, and y'all know I got my man back, T Double, the best ever, as
That's
he
right. Y'all
just claimed it to be.
You
What's
see, the best
happening?
ever. See what happened was I was gone. She had some great people come in, pick up the slack, help her out while I was not here. But I want y'all to know who the best ever is when we come to this show. I'm here. This is it. Now, if there's any competition or anybody who wants to come on the show and take that, please do. We invite you to
There
come
is
on
no
in.
competition.
And once you
Mm.
get into the barbershop, sit there and get that cut. You know what I'm saying? Because Fairby give me that cut every day. I bleed a
It
couple
ain't
times.
It
But
don't
I'm
take
saying
much. You ain't got much hair up there. Ain't no but peach fuzz.
But, but we want everybody to come on in. So if you want to dispute the best ever, come on in. Please do.
Hey, the challenge. I heard it. Challenge is on. So, but no, welcome back. I appreciated all the hosts, co-hosts, and guest hosts I had. But can't nobody beat my T double. Hey, no way, no way. So appreciate everybody. But I'm glad to have you back in the building. So we're gonna get at it. Everything been good. You know what time it is?
I'm finally figuring out the time. There's that time difference between where I was and where I am. And then daylight savings time jumped in, and that part of the country did not celebrate daylight savings time. So at one point,
Okay.
Vera, you were 4 hours from me. And the next point, you were 5 hours from me. And I was still in the same hour. So it finally caught up. And I think I'm finally here. But that's not what I'm talking about. What is that shirt you got on over there? Now
Oh,
that looks like something new right there. I mean, I'm trying to figure that out.
got a little hour take t-shirt that the good co-host blessed me with. You know what I mean? We're trying to rock the gear and spread the word. So I'm liking it. I'm feeling it.
Is it comfortable? Does it feel?
It, it feels good. It feels real good. So I appreciate it. We're gonna get our gear out there and anybody who wants so don't worry, we're gonna have some out there for you guys to partake and put in your swag bag.
Exactly, exactly. We want y'all to celebrate us. We want y'all to advertise us. We want y'all to put, if we got to put some clothes on you, we put some clothes on you. We got to put a hat on you, we put a hat on you. If you want us to put money in your pocket, you better find someplace else to go because that's not what we.
Right, right. But speaking of the money and all that good stuff and how we get it done, all that we got some sponsors out here. We want to holler at for a second.
Sponsor. See, now we coming big time. First, let me jump on this one, and I'm going to throw a shout out because Razzle Dazzles, apples and more. I got a little, excuse me, got a little taste last night. Well, no, let me try that again. I got a little one of them apples last night. I didn't get a taste of it, but I'm gonna tell you right now. I had it for 2 minutes in my car, got home, and it disappeared a minute later. So I'm gonna say, and it's one of those chocolate. I don't even know how to explain it. It was so beautiful first, and it apparently tasted so good that my wife and my daughter ate it and said, "Would you like to taste it?" I was like, "I would, but it's too late for that." but But if you ever need, some apples, some grapes, some candy, I mean, listen, Razzle Dazzles is what you need to be hitting on. The Razzle Dazzles, apples, and more. And plus, I'm gonna give another little shout out. I think my daughter wants that to be catered for her 16th birthday. Now, this ain't the
Gotcha.
this ain't MTV 16 and whatever, because this ain't who we dealing with. Remember them days? She ain't get no car, ain't gonna be one of the big party, but she wants somebody, and I think she wants them to supply her with stuff. So I'm going to be celebrating them, and I'm going to make sure you paying attention. You do too. And also in that event, we may go 360 RD photo booth. I don't know. She said she wanted a little area, a little booth, so her little friends can take a little picture. I'm like, this is becoming expensive. That's all I keep
You
telling her.
got
But that's the advantage of having sponsorship on this show because we're going to throw it out there. We're going to get as many people to run to these businesses as possible. We want you here. They do great work. I've had the apples. I've seen some of the events that they had. Razzle Dazzle Apples and More, 360 RD photo booth.
Hey, that's what's up, y'all. I appreciate it. And get a plug. And I done almost booked 2 gigs right in the middle of it. What's up? You can't beat that. Shout out to Razzle Dazzle Apple and More and 360 RD. And if you need me, holla at me. I got you, TT. I should have. I missed my call or nothing. I missed my call, man. I'm a damn rapper. What's up? Wait a minute. My sister-in-law is on here. What's up? GG, what's up? My sister-in-law on here today over on Instagram. Appreciate you joining, showing the love this morning. That's what's up. But yes, 360 RD. I got you, TT. Appreciate that shout out. Hey, sister-in-law, love you too. So definitely, guess we need to get on into this. So we got a few things to talk about. Men's basketball, y'all already know it's March Madness. It's March Madness.
I'm dancing.
First, I don't even know why I even worked Friday. So I should have just took the damn day off. I text you at some point. I was like, why the hell? Everybody needed something, and I'm trying to watch my game. So yeah, that was annoying. Should have never stayed at work. But there was some great games on, and we're gonna cover a few. We're gonna talk about a little bit. Now, did you get to watch some games, TT?
No, I was working so hard yesterday. I missed a lot of the games. Okay, that's for the business purposes. Yeah, I watched every single one of those games.
You know, I was your damn job on here.
You know, I was sitting there watching every part of that game, every single one of those men's games. And yesterday, of course, the women started, and of course, I was watching that. So there's no excuses, nothing doing. Enjoyed it. Saw a couple of upsets a little bit and some very good games. Now, here's the problem I'm having, Farrah. And I don't know if you have this problem. What do you watch? Are you watching the men's or are you watching the women's? Because it's at the same time.
Well, pending, I have dual action to watch multiple games.
Yeah, we've already established that.
Well, I've been watching the men's games. I'm being honest. I have the women's on, but they actually been kind of staggered. So I'm able to flip and watch exactly what I need to. Might have 2 women games on, 2 men games on, depending on what it is, first half, second half. You got to make all those decisions, rational, So I'm watching them both equally. I will say that. I haven't yet to miss any damn thing. I'm rolling with it. I'm going to make it work. Even if my phone got to be playing.
Some of us are not privileged to have like 4 or 5 TVs on at one time, that kind of thing, or get the phone and watch one game. I mean, how many games are on that you need the phone to watch when you got 5 screens?
There was 64 games this week. Shut your face up.
It wasn't all playing at the same time, and ain't nobody want to watch certain games. I don't know. I mean, I watched McNeese and Clemson because I've told you.
Don't be mad at me because you can watch one game at a time and had to flip everything.
Wow, not the mad at you. Okay, this is what we're gonna do now.
Now I'm gonna mess with you, but no, seriously, I did watch all of them. I tried to watch as many as I could, or I did catch the highlight. Of course, you're gonna jump in the last 4th quarter or the last 10 minutes of the second half. So definitely, let's jump right on into it because we had an upset.
Did we?
Kansas. Kansas was actually upset. Kansas has not lost in the first round since 2006. Okay, my son turned 25. He was 6 years old when this happened. Wow. So that was a long time ago.
Listen, I got married the last time this happened in 2000.
Oh, and I ain't gonna see. Well, y'all make sure y'all make it through this year now.
It might be an upset. It'll be an upset if you don't. Oh gosh.
We don't want you to have no damn upset, but yeah, Kansas actually did lose. Sorry about that. I'm not a Kansas fan, so it doesn't hurt my feelings at all. But they did lose since 2006, which is a big loss. Kansas is very known for basketball, football for that matter. So, who did they play? Let me check this out.
They played Arkansas.
Damn. Oh, yeah, because that's another game that we got to talk about. Let's see. Let me go ahead and flip that on over there. That takes us right on into that. Let me roll over there. We have Patino and Calipari.
Forgive me right now. My computer's battery about to die. So forgive me. I'm trying to charge it.
We gotta get some juice, y'all. We gotta get some juice. Did you pay that light bill before you left, right?
I'm fighting. I don't know. I think the light bill's on vacation too.
See how me and I they ain't never prepared, ever prepared. But anyway, y'all, Patino and Calipari will be playing today. Due to the loss Arkansas just gave Kansas, they will be playing St. John's. And once TT have electricity going back into his laptop, I'd love for him to let us know. And now he gone. His laptop did not make it, y'all. His laptop didn't make it. So he'll be back. But Patino and Calipari, they will be matched up today. It's gonna be a good game. Everybody knows if you've been watching our show that I love St. John. St. John, I do predict them to go. I say at least to the Elite Eight because they're stacked up against a pretty decent region. So I'm not too sure if they can make it out of it. But I definitely know Arkansas is unless they're going to be some type of sleeper team. Um, yeah, they play today because they Drake and Texas Tech play. Everybody keeps sleeping on Drake, but I don't think either one of them can make it past Drake. If Drake makes it past Texas Tech today, hopefully what TT man, this dude ain't paid his people bill. He done let his laptop die. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I have a show because men just can't do. They need a woman's touch on here, but definitely I don't feel like they would make it out of it, but that's going to actually be a good game today. These two legendary coaches are going to actually uh, go head to head, which is going to be great. And what's going to really piss me off, y'all, is I'm gonna have to go back because TT gonna want to talk about this shit when he get his internet back up. Bless him, y'all. Just bless him. But we'll go back for him. We will go back for his raggedy self. Lord have mercy. But I'm gonna talk about something that he's gonna be mad about that he ain't on here for. Who cares? It's my take. All the number 1 through 4 seeds actually won in advance since 2017. Actually, I was looking through last night. Most of the regions, all of them 1 through 4. I mean, we had a 1 through 5, and then hell, there was a 1 through 8. So it has not been too many upsets, to say the least, when it comes to this year's March Madness. It really hasn't been any Cinderella slippers or anything like that. That's all I'm waiting for is a big upset. I wanted a big upset, but I haven't had one as of yet. Don't even think we've come close. Auburn took care of Alabama State. They dropped them out. Duke, Lord Jesus, Mount St. Mary. That was just sad. Let's see. Houston and SIUE. I don't even know what the hell they stand for. I really don't even know what it stand for. But they smashed them in the face 78-40. Norfolk State put up a pretty decent fight, I will say. They played pretty good in the second half, coming back. I think it was 95-69. I was actually proud of Norfolk State. Actually almost for 70 points on Florida. And guess who's back, y'all?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes, I'm back. My computer decided to crash. It did. Not only was it was charged, it just decided to say, "I'm tired." So, sometimes you understand that. So things happen. There's no question.
Yeah, your laptop's still in Hawaii time. I don't
Listen,
know.
one of us still too, but yes. So whatever. All 1 through 4 seeds won the first time. Yeah.
Yeah, I left you. I went on ahead. I'm never go back. Did you have something to say about Calipari?
Yes, the only thing I have to say about Calipari Patino is simply the conversation was, how everybody's hyping them up that they are friends and all of this, and because they've been in the business. And I think Patino came out and said, "No, we respect each other, but we ain't no friends." So that made me laugh. Just because we both Italian, we wear suits, and we've been doing this all the time. We ain't no friends. So that made me laugh. But other than that, I'm excited to see it. I don't know if Arkansas is as strong as St. John's should be, but Arkansas played in a tougher conference, so tougher competition. We won't talk about that at the moment, but we're gonna see how this turns out. But I'm excited to check it out.
Yeah, that's what I was saying when you left us. Calipari, he definitely He's in the SEC, so he's been up against some good stuff. But I'm never going to take him over Patino. Right now, I think it's St. John's year. They just won their first NCAA game since 2000. And that tells you what Patino does for someone.
So let's get this correct.
Mhm.
The last subject was the last time Kansas got out since 2000, and this one is St. John's. So 2000 must have been a good year. Your son was born.
Well,
I
it
was
was
there.
2000. It was 2006 when last time Kansas got upset.
Okay.
Patino just had their first win at St. John's. Their last NCAA win in the tourney was in 2000 when I gave birth. So
And I
do
got
my
married.
job.
And I got
So,
married.
I mean, it's been a long time. And then another thing with Patino, I think isn't it Patino and his son actually is a coach for the Lobos.
Yeah.
And he actually, what school is that? I just remember the damn logo. What school? Who's the Lobos?
I think he's in New Mexico State.
Yeah, New Mexico State. They both father son duo, a real father son duo, not the Bronny one.
Oh.
He worked his way up, but they both actually got NCAA wins. So that was a notable situation I did read about.
Did you just take a shot at LeBron and Bronny? Bronny had his greatest game, and you still don't give him credit. Let's move on now. I ain't gonna talk about that today.
I ain't do nothing. I ain't do nothing. But that's all you really miss. The Kansas upset. I don't think you was too upset about it.
No.
And then we went into the number 4 season. What I was talking to the people about by myself.
Oh gosh, not to by myself.
When I was talking to people, I just went ahead and put up the damn. I got the brackets up and I was looking. I know 1 through 4 seeds, they all won since 2017.
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed that it was a lot of 1 through 5 seeds that made it from some region. One region, I think 1 through 8 made it. I think we had maybe a bust of a 9 and a 7 seed. So what I was saying was pretty much there's not any upsets really.
Chalk. Wait a minute. No, I mean it's like I said, McNeese State won. They beat the 5 seed. Yes. Memphis lost to whoever they lost, and Memphis a 5 seed. So there's
Colorado.
a couple.
They lost to Colorado State.
Okay, and then there was another one. I think there was.
It was let's see, Drake. I guess if you want to call that an upset, with Drake beat Missouri.
Well, we knew Drake could beat everybody.
We
except
knew that, but I mean, but technically, I guess it's an upset. St. John's went ahead and pulled it on out. Tennessee won, of course. Now let me get back to UCLA. Let me listen to another story. UCLA won. I don't see any other upset. Let's see. Well, I'm still going through, but Illinois, Xavier, Purdue, High Point played Purdue to the max. Do you understand me?
I even watched it because that would have been a beautiful moment if High Point, then it'd have been the people beating somebody in the Big Ten that nobody knows the name of, and then the other co-host of the other show wouldn't have been able to say that. I was pulling. I was
hoping that they would win so bad. I was hoping so bad. And then, of course, McNeese State. That was a good game. They beat Clemson 69-67. That was a really good game. McNeese, one of my old bosses at Bank of America, he went to McNeese State. That's the only reason why I even knew the word McNeese. But definitely shout out to McNeese State. Who else won? Yeah, Houston, they did what they had to do. Norfolk, I was saying before you came on, I was so proud of Norfolk. Norfolk State, they really played against Florida. I don't care, they lost 95-69. They put 70 up against Florida. And they played a hell of a game the second half. They really did. So kudos, shout out to Norfolk State. They really played a great 116 game.
Shout out to all the HBCU ECUs that played in this tournament so far and represented really well. And we know in the future is going to get much, much better. So, I love when they play. I love it more when they win. So that's why we got to give Alabama State there. I know they lost to Auburn in the second round. I mean, in their second round.
They did.
But they got there after victory. So that is a step up every year. So shout outs.
I mean, the only thing that really upset me last night was I was so mad. I wanted UConn to lose so freaking bad. I couldn't stand it.
Well,
man, I just knew Oklahoma could pull it out, but they didn't. They couldn't. But I don't like UConn. I hate their coach. Everybody hates their coach. We all hate Hurley.
We've been hating Hurley since the early Duke days. Everybody named Hurley we've been hating since the Duke days. So That's not new. But I kind of figured, and I knew Connecticut was going to win this one. Now they got to play the number one seed in that region next, though. Let's see what
Game
happens.
over.
Let's see what happens there.
Game over. Now they do play tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11:10 a.m. We're gonna cover some of the games for today and tomorrow. We have 4 games slated for today, 4 for tomorrow, so we will go through them. Not a problem. Just double checking these now. I did see what was it? No, Maryland took care of who they needed to. Now Texas Tech and UNC Wilmington was a good game. Did you get to catch that?
Yes, of course. Anything that's from on the East Coast, I represent my peoples, even though they're in the wrong state. But yes, I watched UNCW versus the T doubles, the Texas Techs of the world. It was a good game. So
Okay. Wofford did well against Tennessee, even though they got beat 77-62. But I try to give them, but I'm not gonna avoid the elephant in the room, which is Carolina lost. I know.
you know
Carolina
what?
lost. I will
I
not
saw
avoid it.
I saw an interview with Hubert Davis, and Hubert Davis even said at halftime he looked at the boys and said, "I hadn't seen this team since y'all played Clemson. Who are y'all right now?" He said it's hard to keep coming back when you're down 18, 20, 22. It is hard to do that. And y'all have the ability to do it. So imagine if you played anywhere near well in the first half, you would be blowing teams out in the second half. What are you doing? He's disappointed. And there's not an elephant in the room. Now, everybody in the world said North Carolina shouldn't be in it. And then everybody in the world, after they blew out San Diego State, said, oh my God, they got an easy path. Well, this is what they've been doing all year. One game they look great, and the next game they're like, why are we even here? But guess what? If you look at that team, they're mostly freshmen. So this is what freshmen do.
But how many are coming out? How many think they can go ahead and take their talents on to the next level?
I don't think any of them should be.
I hope
Okay,
not.
hold on. I said should be. I can't say should be. I don't think any of them will be able to do it. I know they thought Jackson and Powell, and they played average. And I don't believe that. I think they're gonna test the waters, but they coming back. But no, stay in school right now. Stay in school another year.
Build another, because they could be a powerhouse. They could be ridiculous next year.
But the real elephant in the room is there's only one ACC team left in the tournament. Only one left in the tournament.
We didn't really have a 3 to get in.
You had 4. You had Louisville, Clemson, Carolina, and I see since you lost, I give you name Carolina and Duke. So they only got 1, and if Duke lose in this round, it'd be the first time since 1979 that they didn't have anybody in the 32. I mean, so it was crazy.
I doubt that happens. That it happens. I'm sure Duke will pull it on out, but we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. But other than that, I mean, what do you think was any other games that got you?
No, this was a relatively first couple of games.
That's why I'm like, but today's slate of game now, Mississippi State Baylor, that was a good game. It was a couple good games. Arizona, of course, won, pissed me off, those type things. But man, today's slate of games. But before I get to today's slate of games, just want to throw out there about Mr. Flag, okay?
Oh,
yeah, Mr. Flag. Let me pull this up. I'm so I hate these kids and making all this damn money. You already know how I feel about it. You know how I feel about it. So Cooper Flag, he actually just secured a multi-million-dollar contract with a video game company with EA Sports for college basketball 26.
Of course.
Did you already say multi-million?
Mm-hmm.
They haven't given a dollar amount out, of course.
Mm-hmm.
They leaked this. Okay, it's a deluxe edition, along with him, being the NCAA Player of the Year. Therefore, seeing him being NCAA Player of the Year. So, these kids in this money, I'm over it. Now, what you got on that? That's
this what I can see. Let me tell you why I can see this.
Why can you see this?
This is the reason that NIL exists. This is the lawsuit. This game here is the lawsuit. The O'Bannon lawsuit, because he saw who played at UCLA, saw him on the video game, and they weren't getting paid. He started this lawsuit, the EA Sports College Basketball, and then he's got all the other athletes in, And this is what they were suing about. So him getting paid is exactly what it was. This is the beginning of the lawsuit. College basketball 2000 and whatever it was, when UCLA came off that national champion, when it was the O'Bannon brothers and Tyus
Yeah.
Edney and all those dudes, and they had the video game came out next year, and them boys like, I'm sitting there eating a sandwich, and EA Sport just made somewhere around $100 billion with us on it.
Exactly. But I get it. Okay, in that aspect, I can understand. That because they were getting people, they were making millions off their image and likeness. I get it. Man, it's just ridiculous. I guess the money of it. I guess that's how much money they were making. If they can pay him this, how much were these businesses and companies and schools making off of these kids? Now that they can just give them this and trust and believe this ain't coming out of their pocket.
No. And guess what? He's not the only one that's gonna get paid. For you to put me in that video game, guess what? I'm gonna get me some money too. So
Get paid, young man. Get paid.
holla.
God
Holla.
Almighty, man. Listen.
So,
That's
so
just
congratulations to
crazy.
Cooper Flag, and let's move on because he still plays for Duke.
That is absolutely true. So we have our team, our field of 64. We just went through them. We talked about them, games we gave a shit about.
Did you lose any of your Final Four in the first couple
I
games?
do not. You got the stuff over there. I don't think I've lost anybody.
No. You
I
know
think
what?
that my Final Four was at least the top 4 teams in the country. So all 4 of them have made it through. So we clearly are okay.
As a reminder, Duke, St. John's, Houston, and Michigan State.
That's you.
I know it sounds good, doesn't it?
No.
Yours is Duke, Florida, Houston, and Michigan State. But you still got Michigan State in there. And then there's my man I got Duke, St. John's, Tennessee, and Michigan State.
Oh, he about to be out because Tennessee is going down today. We're about to talk about this. So we have the round of 32 set.
Okay. All
The
right.
round of 32 is set. It looks pretty. It looks beautiful. We got the East, West, Midwest, and the South. I will go ahead and go through some of these, but I do have them slated on another picture. But wanted to put that up here. I can't believe we're at 32 teams. So after these 32 teams play today and tomorrow, we will have the Sweet 16. So no more basketball after tomorrow for me
Next Thursday.
until next Thursday, which will be the Sweet 16.
Now, before you change this picture, just look at the logos. If you're just going by logos here, who's the national championship? Who got the best looking logo of the 32 teams you're looking at right there? Just a quick little drop there. Who?
Florida.
Mm. Mm.
As of right now.
Okay, logo wise.
As of this week.
All right. I mean, I have the tendency to go with Texas Tech because I love the initials, but that's just me right there in that conversation.
Hey, I'm just saying it's yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with yeah.
But I'm gonna say the Creighton Blue Jays. Look at that, see what that bird looking hard right there.
That bird looking hard, and we're gonna take a look and see who they playing, and that's gonna fill it out just a little bit better. So let's look at this game slate of the 32 teams we got left.
Big Paul popped in the house. What up, Mr. P?
Man, that is what's happening. What's up? What up, T double back? I forgot y'all didn't get to have y'all's. Hey, Tom. There you go.
Yo, Farrah, show Paul the shirt. Let him see what we doing now, P. Let's see what we doing right here.
Man, listen.
You ready for that?
That's wrong with you, Paul. That is not my idea. I don't play like that. I would never do you that way.
Okay, wait till you see his next episode when he talking about that block him and want to talk about Michigan. Then you realize here we go again with that.
You see this Michigan he had to play to make you know how hard he had to do to make that. All right, I give you kudos for that one, Paul.
The block him.
The block is hot. The block is hot. All right, ain't nobody thinking about it, but thank you for joining, Paul. But the round of 32 is actually set. It is set, looking good. I need that XL. He got you. He got you. He got you. But the game slate. Let's see what we got popping. So let's take that little banner off. We don't even need that. Let's see what we got going here.
All right.
We have Purdue and Michigan. Is that Purdue and Michigan? Yeah,
No,
that's
that's doing McNeese State.
McNeese State. Sorry, I know Paul about to shatter me dead. I'm scared. So Purdue and McNeese State. Who you got?
I'm going with the upset. I'm going with McNeese. I'm going with McNeese.
I am too, because Purdue did not play well against High Point. I'm telling you, High Point gave them a run for their damn money. So I'm going with McNeese as well on that one. Um, let's see, St. John's and
Arkansas.
them old Arkansas pigs.
Go Pig Sweet. I'm going with St. John's, the fighting Redmen, not the Red Storm. I'm going back to the old days. I'm going with the Redmen.
Not the red man. I'm always hiding your face. I'm over here, man. We can play with these little things. Oh, that looks better. So good to have you two back together, our NBA backcourt.
That's right.
Oh, thank you. No, I was glad to get my man back. I'm so happy to get him back. Yeah, McNeese. I guess he's going for McNeese too. Now who
See,
you got for St. John's and them pigbacks?
I'm going. Oh, me St. John's. Just St. John's all the way on this
You know St. John's. Paul, you can throw it in what you got to. Let's see. The ATM. What you got with ATM in Michigan?
one. Texas A&M versus Michigan. I'm not. I'm not going to pick this game because I would.
Man,
I mean, I'm gonna say it because I don't want Paul to get all excited because they get to play against the SEC team, and
I'm
if
going with
Michigan,
ATM.
if Michigan wins and he can have that talking stuff. But I'm going with the Fighting Aggies of Texas A&M. I'm going to SEC all the way.
ATM, that's what I'm going for. Texas A&M people, I do know their name, but I'm going for them. Paul, the road, the line ends here. It stops here. It stops here.
You
Give
know,
me Coach Upset Cal
yeah,
for the.
he's picking Arkansas and he's picking Michigan, so we know what he wants so
All
far.
right, all right. Got you on that one, boo. But yeah, the road stops here for you guys. The road stops here. Let's see.
This is it.
TT.
Oh, sorry, I started singing. My fault.
What you about to say, TT?
I was
Because of
thinking this is
TT.
it by the old. If you're our age, my age, and I'm not gonna put everybody on my age. When
Because
you
I
look
ain't
at the
at your age.
NCAA tournament, the only song that used to pop on every game was Kenny Loggins. This is it. You remember that? I love that song. I'm sorry, my fault.
Yeah, he had a whole moment, y'all.
Listen, yeah,
He had a whole moment.
I was all a little tear rolled in the side of the corner of the eye right there for real.
Man, TT, are you about to go down to Drake?
Ooh, ooh. No, I'm going to Texas Tech. Drake going home. Texas Tech. You know what I'm saying? The T Doubles gonna beat the Drakes.
I'm going with Drake.
All right.
I'm going. I don't even like Drake, but I'm going with Drake. And I'm talking about that light skinned boy from Toronto. Auburn. Versus who the hell is that?
Great. That's Creighton. That's the fighting Creighton Blue Jays. Auburn didn't look good in the first game. They played Alabama State, of course. They overpowered them. Creighton is one of those sleepy 8-9 game seeds that better than you really think they are. But I'm gonna say Auburn's gonna pull us out. Auburn's gonna pull us out.
Oh man, I'm going Creighton. Today is upset day. We didn't have no upsets in the 64 field. We got to have some in the 32 field.
You taking out the number one seed? Okay.
Taking them out.
All right.
I'm taking them out. We all know they're vulnerable. Out of all the number one seeds, they're the most vulnerable.
Well, I don't know if it's them, but we'll see. We'll see.
Look, thank you. I'm worried for Auburn. Creighton is balanced. Trying to tell you. That's gonna be the first number one that goes down. But I didn't have them in my Final Four, no way.
Creighton. I'm still going to Auburn on this one though. Just this week.
Man, you do what you do, homie. Wisconsin and Yale.
No, that's BYU, and I'm going BYU. That's BYU.
Yale got beat last night.
I'm going BYU over Wisconsin. No, that's my big 50 balance. I mean the Big Ten bias. I got a bias against Big Ten. I'm going with the BYU Cougars.
I'm gonna go with Wisconsin because I really don't care, and I don't really know either team, so I'm gonna go with the higher seed and away from you.
That's a solid reason right there, and away from me.
Yeah, Auburn should win. They should win. They're number one seed, but they're not.
Did he say the potato salad bowl?
Michigan is gonna win.
Say the potato. Yeah, I understood that one. And Paul, that's with the raisins. That is actually with the raisins.
Where is your sound effect? What was I hearing out?
Oh, my fault. My fault.
Not
Sorry.
the potato salad. Okay,
With the
okay.
raisins.
With the raisins. Okay, white potato salad. All right. University of Houston versus
Saga.
yeah, Gonzaga. Now Gonzaga
Woo!
always used to be the Cinderella all these years, but not today.
You said
Not
not
today
today.
nor tomorrow, whichever damn day they play. It ain't
Not
gonna have nothing
okay.
against my Houston.
Okay. All
Cut,
right. Well,
cut it out.
I got
Cut
Houston making
it
the Final
out.
Four, so I got to pick them right here.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be smart about it.
So there's no questions.
Okay.
Oh god.
All
Oh
right.
gosh.
And last but not least, them
Tennessee.
old Tennessee Rocky Top and UCL to the A.
Now, back in my days, this was a good women's college basketball versus men college basketball. The greatest coaches of all time for Tennessee and one for UCLA. But since this is a men's slate, I think I've seen UCLA play a couple of times. Nothing really exciting. I've seen Tennessee play too many times, and one time they're great, and one time they're not. But I'm gonna still go with Rocky Top. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Wow. I I don't. I'm gonna go for the lower seed against because this is that second game. I don't really give a shit about. Don't have nothing with it. So I'm gonna roll with UCLA. Maybe because I can't go for them in the women's game. So we'll roll with UCLA for an upset. I'm all for the upset today. I want everybody to lose. Carolina's out. I don't have no loyalty.
Mm, oh, okay. Listen,
But to Houston.
stand on it. Stand on it. Stand on it.
Okay.
Stand on it. Oh, sorry.
That's all I got.
Mm,
You know what I mean? But
okay.
let's see. We're gonna finally move on over to my TT's favorite. We're gonna make his day. We got you. We got you. We got you. You ready for
I
the
think I'm ready.
women's
I'm ready. I'm ready.
game? So we're gonna move right on along, guys, over to women's basketball March Madness. Only got a couple things because they actually a little bit behind the men's game, so we're just now starting first rounds today. We had playing games yesterday and day before. Well, just really yesterday. So had playing games. So we got them all again. We got them all done. Got the people who need to be in here kick the hell out. So now we can move on to business.
Time. Time to move.
South Carolina is certainly focused. Okay, they are focused. Do you see what they dropped on them last night? They just went on ahead and dropped a Ben Franklin and a couple pennies on them. So
Mm-mm. Now, I'm not gonna say too much about this game. I saw something different from Dawn that I hadn't seen. She just didn't drag. I mean, she didn't pull people in and out. She had fives. Did you not pay attention? She would take five in and five out. You know how
I
she
mean, it was the game was going so much. I had to keep flipping the other stuff because what was the point? But I was checking in and out. But I mean, it was a done deal from start to finish, just like the Notre Dame game.
well, if you like I said, what I was talking about was simply this. If you watch South Carolina play this shit, they would put Joyce Edwards in, take somebody
Yeah,
out, put Fo Wiley in.
she was
No,
putting
no, no,
four.
no,
She
no.
was putting five at a time.
She was putting five at a time, five in, five out. She would take the five starters and put five in, five out, rotate them like that, like she a hockey line. I was like, ooh, this is different.
She working on something. She
She,
working on
she
something.
building something in this for the rest of this thing. So I love that about it. Everything else, they shot well, and I hope they don't take this game as in they can shoot threes. Everybody gonna shoot threes, 100 threes.
Right.
That's not what South Carolina does. But if but
well, Wally do what she won't.
but great game. If you're a South Carolina fan, and I love the respect Don had for the Texas Tech coach, and she had for her before the game and everything, and so this was just a game. Texas Tech, excuse me, Tennessee Tech did whatever they could do, and South Carolina won. So that's one. We got.
They did all that they could possibly do, but
you don't lose by 60 though. You don't lose by more than you score.
See, look, these number one seeds were putting a hurting on people. They wasn't playing, but and today, I gotta give my little kudos to UNCG Spartan Spirit. They're going dancing. We're going up against Juju and that beat in just a couple hours. I know they in the gym working out and stretching right now. Come on, y'all.
Listen, I'm predicting the upset. UNCG to the Final Four. We're gonna do it. We're gonna roll it.
Damn, NC by 60. Yeah, they did their thing, Paul. It was ridiculous. If you didn't see it, it was ridiculous. It was a shame. She didn't do that. But yes, UNCG go Spartans. Hey, stranger things have happened, but either way, I'm proud of them and want to give them their shout out. Y'all made the university proud, bring us a little bit of dodo in there. So kudos to Spartan Spirit. I saw her daughter, Nia Howard, play your ass off. If it is your last game. All right, go Spartans.
And it happened before in NCAA history. 16 seed has beaten the number 1 seed, so it
on
can't
the women's side. I don't know about the men, but on
it
the
happened on the
women's
men's side too. That's when Virginia lost to University of Maryland, Baltimore County, a couple of years back.
Anything can happen, you know, injuries and stuff like that. You never know. You never know.
But on the side note of women's college basketball, there was 3 teams yesterday that scored over 100 points.
It was
Tennessee put a smack.
Tennessee.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame beat SF Austin 106-54.
And of course South Carolina, and then Tennessee scored 100 points.
101-66. They beat South Florida, so they put a hurting on them. So that's why I'm like, and they ain't even the number 1 seed. They're 5 seed, man, for shit. But you know, they got they coach it. They have a really good coach. They really do have a good coach.
Well, she got something to prove because you know their former coach just got hired at Missouri. Mm-hmm. You know, Kelly got hired in Missouri, and everybody was talking that listen, you fired Kelly, but Kelly took you further in the SEC tournament than you did, and you took.
And she's a former ball. She's Kelly Jolly. Better know.
So, because Kelly now is in the SEC, and will be playing you, so you better step your game up because now it's going to be direct competition, business. They better stand on that business. So she's like, listen, I done had that baby. I'm coaching now. Y'all better focus. We all focus. Let's do this in Tennessee.
So, they're clicking at the right time.
And as we always say is, women's college basketball is better when Tennessee's good. So
really, they are like Paul said. Lady Balls mean business. I do. They standing on it. They definitely standing on business. So kudos, shout out to them. But I do know who else lost yesterday. It was I was so hurt. Vanderbilt lost. God,
I was disappointed that Vandy lost only because Oregon is not a good. I don't see Oregon as a good team, but Vandy got so far behind and then came back, got in overtime, but everybody fouled out. So it was a legitimate good game. Now, shout out to the point guard at Oregon who is used to be playing on that Duke floor.
Came from Carolina. She had to lead that little boyfriend entanglement out there.
Deja Kelly, but now they can be together because both lost on the same day. And I no, I'm just joking. Oregon.
Yeah, our boy playing here. The other one is still playing in Arizona. Who are you gonna pick?
Now, since your boyfriend lost, he can come watch you play for the rest of the tournament while the other dude's still playing. So you got a leg up. RJ, you got a leg up on your girl, man. Congratulations. Good shout out to Oregon. Disappointed in Vanderbilt. I'm always disappointed when an SEC team loses. So,
but I did like that. I did love Vandy. I thought they would make a couple wins, but good. They have a good freshman, so I only see really good things coming from them on that side. So, who else over here? Let's see. UCLS just smashed Southern. That was pretty bad. But they did win their playing game. Nothing else. Baylor did what they had to do. LSU plays today.
Okay.
We're gonna see that. They play tonight. We'll cover that. We'll look to see who actually playing.
Yeah, I was about to ask, are they fully healthy? I know I think they get Flage, but is Anissa gonna be there?
I'm not too sure if Anissa is actually gonna be there today. Because I really don't know. I don't know if it was a game time decision, but I hadn't seen that she's not. I think I may have seen something. But she wasn't. Paul, do you know if Anissa is actually gonna be playing today? I think so. I really haven't seen anything saying Anissa's out today, which I probably should have seen it. So
I'm gonna ask you this one question now. Looking over this little quick schedule, do you see any upsets happening in what you're seeing right here?
Michigan. All right, let's see. Let's check this out. So today
you got McNeese versus Iowa. I mean, Murray State versus Iowa.
Yeah, Iowa actually is on a little tear right now, so we're gonna see. I don't know why they're being as good as they are, but they just are. I don't really see any upsets like that. UNCG, we hoping for that one, but we'll see how that go. Um,
What?
Florida State, they should come on through. Now William and Mary, they play good against. I think they play. I seen them play somebody the other night. I can't remember, but not good enough to beat Texas, so that's not happening. Um, Carolina could go down. I can see that. They look very weary. I can
I
see
don't
that as
know.
an upset.
I haven't paid attention to Oregon State after last year because they lost everybody on their team. So this is a rebuilding project.
It
And
is, but Carolina's been going through some stuff, so I'm gonna need them to come on through. What I am scared of is actually that damn NC State and that fucking Vermont game, them old rabbits. So I ain't got time for y'all to go mess with my NC State, but not too many upsets on the women's side, honestly. Uh, and honestly, you don't really see them to that nature, not up front. You may see some upsets in the field of 32, but I don't really see much of an upset going down. Powerhouses are just powerhouses on the women's side.
the only thing that scares me is I think is that Green Bay versus Alabama. Alabama was shaky. They were good. Then they lost. That is. I don't know if that's gonna be an upset as a major or anything, but that kind of throws me a little bit. So I keep an eye on that
Yeah,
one.
so I mean, but outside of that, and I know I'm just keeping an eye out on Paige Beckers. I know she twisted her knee again,
Ooh,
at the tournament. It was like I don't even know why the hell she's still playing. They were up, it was third quarter, they was up so much, and she twisted her knee. It took a minute to get up. So just wonder how that's gonna play, in the tournament. Is she gonna be mental about it because of being out a whole year for an injury? That mental that psyche can get you sometimes. So just wonder, but not too many upsets. Not on the women's side. It's just whether how bad they blow people out and just to watch them. But after today, the first round, second round, when we get to 32, it's about to get serious.
all
About
right,
to get serious.
I'm ready.
That's what I will say. But no upsets, no upsets. Let's see. No, not any upsets. I gave him a little March Madness, but what I will say is I don't want you guys to get my women. We love our women's show, so we're gonna give the people the schedule. Don't y'all get this shit mixed up with the men. Don't get it up mixed up with Tasha. What's up? Appreciate you, John. Hey, fair. TT and I still be from what he said
I'm just
earlier.
gonna come in starting because you know what, Tasha? How you doing? I missed you the last couple of days. I hope everything is well. That's all.
He said
Oh,
she ain't got shit for you.
I know. She started
Stand
off
on
saying
that.
that. She's standing on her business over there.
They stand on that, and I don't blame you, girl. Sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do, but y'all don't get it mixed up. We already had the first four. The women's first round is today and tomorrow, unlike the
Yes, it
men
is.
who are playing at 32. So second round will be next week, or beginning next week tomorrow, and actually Monday or whatever you want to call it. So we're kind of a day behind. I just want to make sure everybody's aware, so we don't get this twisted. So y'all can actually give the women they love as well, outside of just the men's games. Very important to us here at Our Take.
Where here's the blessing. The blessing
Mm-hmm.
is the women played yesterday and today, and then they come again and they play on Monday and Tuesday. So we continue to see women's basketball, and then the men doesn't play again until the week. I mean,
Thursday.
on Thursday. So they're gonna take us into it, and we're gonna be good. So I'm
Just
excited because
keep it on in. But I
we
want to make sure people knew so they can keep watching. It ain't
yeah.
over after Sunday.
No, we still got more we still got basketball, not more basketball going.
Basketball. So definitely y'all tune in. Hey TT, all is well. She's trying to make amends.
She don't know. She doesn't have to make amends. I think it's me that needs to make one because I attacked her peoples, and that's wrong. So I admit. See, a man say when he's wrong. I'm wrong. Did y'all hear that? It only happens once or twice.
Uh, you never give in. You never give in. You never give in. I ain't never scared. I
No.
ain't never scared. And you know what? I'm like this. I'm like the good George Foreman. I don't play no games. We're gonna rest in peace. Now 25 is really, really tripping. He doing what he do. He taking us up out of here.
Now, this one bothers me. This one bothers me. You know, because of that grill that's in my kitchen, 2 or 3 of them in my kitchen. I I didn't think George Foreman could ever leave. You know what I'm saying? I don't think
Right.
I had this one caught me off. I'm hurting about this one. Like I said, I'm gonna say one thing about two. It was 1990, ooh, 97, 98. I was working at a department store. You remember department stores?
Yeah,
And
you wear roses, belts.
exactly in Columbia, South Carolina. And what happened was they had these George Foreman grills, and the smaller ones, the first version, and nobody bought them. They could not sell them to save their whatevers. And then what they did was they put them all in one section, put them on sale, and was just trying to get them out of the store.
Just give them away.
Give them away. I went and I bought one. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try one. I went and I took my little grill home, and this one was at this time it was about this big. It wasn't even big, but it was just a little
One burger.
one burger. I went and I used that grill. I was like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever.
The sliced bread.
I mean, it was so great. You could put the grease rolled down into the little thing. I'm like, man,
I'm losing weight too.
I know. I was like, George Foreman is the greatest thing ever. Tasha said she thought he was already dead. Oh my gosh. So, thank you, Tasha. That was it there. But all I'm going to say is, once I got that grill, I thought this was the greatest man ever. And over the last 30 years, that grill, everybody that you know had a grill. Ain't nobody in here who ain't had a George Foreman grill. Name one person. He became more famous for the grills than he did for boxing.
He did. I'm still so dumb.
Look at them two fighting it out. Look at them two fighting it out over there. Paul and Tasha, y'all killing me, man.
We're losing all our legends. We are shut up.
Oh God. Oh.
Well, he did.
Well, I want to say I'll get peace to his family and all 17 of it, all 5 of his George sons and all 12 of his kids. Because apparently his wife knew he wasn't finished. But I will say shout out to them and rest in peace, Mr. Foreman. You've done something for me. But me in the box, Muhammad Ali didn't do this for me. No other boxer has ever done what you've done for me. You gave me that grill and listen, shout out, bro. Good looking out. I had to take my hat off.
Rest in peace. That's all I'm saying, because y'all have torn this whole sad moment we over here up.
But this is how we celebrate our people. We laugh because they go into a better place. This is what we do.
This is a barbershop. That's all I can say. Remember when he didn't sit down the entire fight?
He just stood there on the Paul, that's because he couldn't get back up. If you'd have sat down, he couldn't get back up. He had to stay on the ropes like trying to get all that weight back up would not have worked. Good job. George Foreman. Rest in peace, sir.
Rest in peace, George Foreman. I'm out of here. I'm out. I'm not no. Rest in peace. Y'all tore that up. Y'all are horrible.
Thank you, Paul. Okay. That grill was elite. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Speaking of rest in peace. Oh, sorry.
You know what? Let me right there. What's one? Oh, I gotta get it together, y'all. We gotta finish this show. Paul goes so well here. I'm not clicking on nothing. There another comment. Yeah. So the mask. Shaking my damn head for real. Y'all, rest in peace to the Mavs.
Listen, don't shake your head too hard because you might be on injury reserve too. Be very careful.
Look, y'all, if they miss one more injury and have to forfeit the season. Like, true story. True story. At one point, I heard they moved, the Cookie Monster down to the G League. He was playing for the Rio Grande Raptors. So he can get practice in.
He didn't make it to the Frisco Rap. I mean, man,
they said they were sending his ass to the Rio Grande, man.
He's going to the beach.
The Vipers.
He's going to
down there. You walking on seaweed out there. Your feet getting cut up out there. South Beach. It's not the same out here, I promise.
They go send him to the beach down there. He ain't playing nobody. But yes, this has been a horrible season for the Mavs, and everybody get hit. Is it the team getting injured, or is it the staff who ain't taking care of these people?
I think somebody put a root on us.
Uh,
That's what I would say. That dang owner, she this man, she has torn all of this up. I don't know. She's really upset. What? Oh, okay, hold on. The clean and the cleanup on the grill was easy. Tasha,
yes, yeah, for real, Tasha. You see the
I'm
grease
like,
just roll down. All you gotta do is wipe it all up, man.
if y'all can see this new grill I just got. See, this is exactly what we do in the barbershop. Y'all not gonna get me off subject. I do have the grill I just brought though. It's badass. Um,
Uh, Paul,
it,
that would be a 30 for 30 seconds because ain't enough people. I mean, enough players on the team to make it a whole episode. It's 30 for 30 seconds. One of those shorts because everybody got hurt. That's what I'm saying.
I think this is monumental. I don't know what it is. I don't. Somebody put some bad juju on them because this should have been just a prolific season. we should be back in the finals, and y'all know it. But y'all see left hand, right hand. Let's make a song. Right hand, wrist, abductor, wrist, ankle, left ACL. All of it don't make any sense. Every bone in the body is being looked at for the damn man. So
Is this
I
the
don't
Luca
know.
curse? Is this the curse of
This
Luca?
probably is a Luka Curtis. He from Croatia. I'm gonna call my homegirl. I got a homegirl in Croatia. She live there right now. She was here in the States. She used to work for me. I need to ask her what kind of roots and those old things that they put on people. Is it possible that he put something on us?
Well, he didn't do it. Nico Harrison did it. I mean, Nico did this.
I'm just
Luca didn't
saying.
want to go. Remember?
They're letting Phoenix overtake them for the
Last
last spot in the play-in. Man, last spot. Ain't no last spot for them. They just out. They ain't even the last spot.
I think they should have shut it down. There's only like 8 more games in the season.
But you can't shut it down. That's never even happened. Has that even happened in NBA history where you forfeit the rest of the damn season?
Well, I would look at the schedule, and if they don't play anybody with playoff implications,
I got a pain right there thinking about this shit.
well, then listen. Then you can be on the squad for the Mariners. You got a pain right there too. That means
no,
you out.
now we got to forfeit. The water boys, everybody, they better do their job. The boys that go out there and sweep the floor, get the sweat up, do your damn job. We ain't got time for no slips, no foul. They need to move the damn side, the court side back 2 feet. Everybody need to be back 2 feet. 2 feet. Old boy might come out and throw up on the floor and somebody slip and fall. I know y'all seen that.
But on the side note to all of this, the ownership got approved for the spot in Irving, but did not get approved for the casino. Did you see that? They got approved for the resort spot and the spot 4.
Because we don't have legal gambling in Texas. What part did she mix us up with Oklahoma? That's right across the border. Windstar.
Here's the thought. They got approved for the spot. That means Texas is about to approve gambling in Texas. You know that's the next step, right?
Texas is gonna be the last to get gambling, legalize marijuana, just like they was the last of free slaves. They don't like to let us have nothing. As long as Hot Wheels in office, he ain't gonna let us have nothing. And if they give us a damn casino after they gave up Luca, we will burn that whole down. Do you understand me? We don't want no damn casino now because it cost us Luca.
Well, what you're gonna do? This is gonna be gambling. Juneteenth is about to happen. Y'all about to be free from gambling.
So you give us Lakers in a meal, we get y'all a damn casino out there.
Y'all about to be free, boy. It's gonna be the Juneteenth of gambling because y'all's about to be free. Y'all's about to gamble, boss. Is what's about to happen here. Shoot.
Oh my God. Wait a minute. Let me go back to these comments. Adrian was on a golf course smoking a cigar Thursday. Yes, he was. The same way LeBron was jumping up with no leg growing pain at his son's championship game. But we won't talk about that either. So don't get on my boy. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Paul, let me take this picture down so I can read this stuff and laugh in peace. Y'all can't kick this man. Yes, I can. I'm going to say that. I better not see him in Walmart. I did not ever see Nico in Walmart. I will conveniently spill milk.
Listen, if you see Nico in Walmart, there should be a problem. There should an
Well,
issue.
he gotta go to Walmart now. No, he can't go to the outlet. He done all his cars been cut. Everybody mad at him. He Ubering and shit.
Listen, Nico doing this from his office in LA right now. He didn't know when in Texas. He
He
in his
better
office
not
in
be in
LA.
Texas. The new
Oh
owners
man.
are very Jerry Jones-ish. They cousins. They cut. They look like they could be cut. They probably are family members. Okay, Junish.
Juju,
Like we're gambling
we,
mouse.
we can gamble, massa. We can do it now. We's free. We can spend our money and get to them chips. That's what's about to
I
happen in
tell
Texas.
you what, we ain't getting no damn casino. No
Listen, as
time
you call
soon.
him, Hot Wheels gonna get him some money in his pocket before that. And it's
I
his
will
last
got
term.
some money.
He gonna get that casino in Dallas. We's gonna be free. We gonna gamble. I'm telling you.
What'd you say, Paul? Leave Jerry out of this. He got 3 rings around his eyes.
No. Apparently around his wallet, 3 rubber band rings around his wallet because he showed tight with that. And he want to give nobody no money to play nowhere. That's what them rings are. Please.
He got the big man's around. Wrap that up.
That's all that
Hey,
is.
get my money, not here. Bye. Yeah, he
Listen to me.
got them rings looking like Saturn.
Mm.
All right, let me go on. We only got a couple more topics. I promise you, we almost there. But I tell you, he keeps talking about this because he don't want me to go on. He don't want me to go on. Oh, you want me to
No.
go on?
No.
Do you want me to do it?
No.
Do you really want to do it?
No.
Well, I'm sipping in. Rogers is going out to Steelers to interview to be yo. Shoot me.
Shut that down. No, shut that down. No.
He just shot me out. He shot me in my pinky toe. Don't shoot me. Shoot the messenger. Your boy is tripping. He said he wasn't to come out there. He was not going to the Vikings. He's not gonna be no backup quarterback. He ain't doing it. He ain't doing it. So I don't know what games he playing, but what do you want now, Aaron? That's all I want to know. What you want? Because it's got to go off what he wants. So we got him in the news. He got his airtime. It's all about him right now. Nobody else. He had to wait to the perfect time, and So what does he want? Because he's going to be y'all's quarterback in the end. Because nobody else want him. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're not gonna get any conversation about this. I told you a while back that I'm not having this conversation. 2 things are happening. I don't really care if Aaron Rodgers is a quarterback of the Pittsburgh season, and I'm a Steeler fan. I told you a long time ago that if he comes, it's just the fact that he's coming, and that's fine. But my problem is now they're sitting here waiting on him. They're sitting him like he's the only option. They sat there and let the quarterback that should be there go, and now we're sitting there choosing between Aaron Rodgers and Sierra. Is our 2 choices right now?
Go and get Little Future. Little Future might get do something for you.
Listen,
So he can practice.
I prefer Sierra right now because at least we know what we're gonna get. We're gonna draft the quarterback in the draft somewhere, and we're gonna move on. I don't want Aaron Rodgers should never be able to sit there and tell me if he want to play or not in Pittsburgh. I love when Cam Haymon came on this week and said, "Listen, either you want to be here or you don't."
So is keeper coach gonna be a punk?
Excuse me?
Coach gonna be a. I said, is your coach gonna be a punk?
No. That's why he came to Pittsburgh yesterday and checked and talked to the coaches and the ownership and the GM because Tom was like, "Listen, man, if you can be here to contribute to help us win, great. You see what we do without you so far. If you can be the thing that helps us, great." But
he's gonna be. I promise you, if y'all take him in, he's gonna be the reason y'all first year out of the playoffs. He about to fuck the record up.
We don't play that here. Either you want to be here and we offered you this money, you got a couple of years and get it done. If you don't play with me. Now
he's gonna be the. But even if y'all take him, who's gonna be y'all backup?
We got our backup. We brought Rudolph the red-nosed quarterback back again.
Again, I'm gonna ask again. Who y'all gonna get going back up because they're gonna have to be used.
Excuse me, Rudolph took us to the playoffs. So I mean, either way, how you do it, he did 2 years ago. He took us to the playoffs.
I know 2 years ago. Do you think he's the same Rudolph? That wasn't just something that happened. Because do you really think he's that man? Like seriously, you're gonna put all your bets on him? Because that's all you're gonna have.
Apparently, we're not putting our bets on him. They're putting their, and I had to separate myself. They're putting their bets on Aaron Rodgers.
That's stupid though. That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna give, you can't put your bets on him. He just showed 2 teams. You can't put your bets on him.
Listen, so I'm going to tell you this: if you're going to pay him, you're putting your bets on him. I am not going to argue that. As we've had many conversations, I'm like I said, and you fight with me about LeBron. I'm not a LeBron fan, but I'm not a LeBron hater. I'm a Laker fan. I'm not a Rodgers fan. I'm a Steeler fan. I'm a fan of the organization. If you come to make my team better, I like you. If you don't come, that's your choice. That's how I'm thinking about it.
Like all the rest of the teams, and I thought Tomlin would do better than that.
It ain't Tomlin.
Exactly. It's above him. Tomlin ain't got no saying nothing, but he's sitting there letting them put. That's his team. He should not let this happen.
Tomlin and Rodgers have had a love affair for the last 3 years, 4, 5, 10 years. So it ain't nothing new.
Well, if he get a chance, record about to be broke. Y'all ain't going to the play. You take him. I'm telling you now. Take a picture of it, video it, whatever. Your asses ain't going to the playoffs if you put them in black and gold.
My last thing to say about this is you mad because my quarterback and your quarterback will be the same age, and yours only got 2 years of experience. That's why you mad.
What you want, but I got a better chance of winning with mine. I tell you
Bo Nix is 74
who you putting your money on?
Rodgers
is 70. Your money on?
TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, defense.
Y'all can have
that's
it
what we doing. Now you play that.
Boom, like Paul said, y'all can have them. You know what? At this point, Paul, I hope they sign them. I hope by the time we log off this bitch, it's like sign, and y'all give them everything. Give them all the money you want.
We don't give him everything.
Then we gonna know what's up with Tomlin. How he really is. Well, now he's sounding a little punkish to me. Not Mason hit him upside the head, Rudolph. Pound Miles Garrett.
Well, what I'm gonna say is this: I'll call that if they do sign Rodgers and they win, then I want you to sit here and be quiet for that episode, just with your mouth closed. That's all I'm saying. Because we win in Pittsburgh. We win in Pittsburgh. That's all I keep telling you.
Not with Rodgers, you want.
Well, we win without him.
Well, dang. Exactly. He over there. He's trying his best to figure out. He acts like a darn Cowboys fan trying to figure out.
Did you compare me to a Cowboy? Okay.
He know their season is over. He don't want to admit it. I'd admit it if the damn Broncos were stupid enough to talk to him. Rodgers is their best chance to win if he doesn't get petty on them, because you know he will. If he will, then he is. He is told everybody, said, I'm not taking no chance on him. Take him.
Now I'm going to ask all three of y'all who are talking about this. Name one head coach that Rodgers had who has been successful without him, and is a stern head coach. He has never had that, and he'll have that in Pittsburgh. So you can't crash out where you want to crash out in Pittsburgh. All those people who crashed out after they left in Pittsburgh. You can't Bell, all these people crashed out after they get the best of their can in Pittsburgh.
Has anybody been as bad as Rodgers is with being arrogant and wanting to run things? Who did you have to deal with that? Because first off, I've seen some reports where Ben said he might have a couple more throws in him.
Yeah, and then he said his son threw further than him and he can't throw nothing. Did you see that one too?
I'm just saying.
But wait a minute, I'm gonna pause for a second because my auntie popped up onto the screen, and I want to say happy birthday. Her birthday was yesterday. She thought I forgot because I didn't call her, but I want you to make sure that I didn't. So I want to tell her happy birthday in front of everybody in the whole world,
auntie.
and I'm gonna holler at you today.
Happy birthday, auntie! Happy birthday.
So, and to her too. Shout out to that. Yeah. All right. See, thank you, Tasha. I don't care if I agree. But if you come to Pittsburgh, you gonna follow our rules, and if you play better, thank you. If you don't,
Tasha, this is for you. If he comes to Pittsburgh, will y'all make a play? Will they make the playoff? You tell me. Do you think so? Please, you can answer it anytime. I would love to know that question. Paul says, "Happy birthday to Auntie. Happy birthday."
And she's sick. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I hope you feel better. Blessings on blessings. Man, but yeah, Tasha, I need to know if you definitely would say that y'all are gonna go to the playoffs. And on that note,
I'm gonna say we are going to the playoffs. Now you heard it here, right here.
All right, we're gonna keep it moving. Giants.
Yes.
Jameson. I'm actually proud and happy for him. I am. Let me see if Tasha answered my question. Paul said they will make the playoffs with Rodgers. All right. Okay.
Thank you very much. Let's move on.
All right.
Moving on.
Y'all say so. But we're going to see. I'm usually right about these things. I'll sit back. Yes, and that's what it's gonna sound like when this shit ain't go down. New York Giants have signed Jameis Winston. Jameis 2-year contract. I think he got about 8 million. They got him a
2
little
years, 8 million.
change. But I'm happy for him. I've always liked James, and he's a little different. That's all.
Did you see? Did you see the video when when around the Super Bowl time when he was interviewing? He was an interviewer and he interviewed your boy, the running back for Philly, Saquon, and he asked, he said, like, listen, Saquon, I'm unemployed right now. You think of it, any teams that you think I should holler at to maybe get a job? And Saquon said, you need to call the Giants. And he's like, oh, I'm going to reach out to the Giants. And look what happened.
Look at go. Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Won't he
No,
do it?
you are welcome for your birthday wishes,
You're
Auntie.
welcome.
But yeah, definitely. I think it's a good spot for him. I mean, somewhere.
So, yeah. So now the question is, now that the Giants have signed Jameis, where does Russell Wilson go right now? What does Russell
Retirement.
do?
Retirement. I don't know who's gonna want him. Is he gonna sit out here and wait for somebody to pick him up? Who needs him?
He's still waiting in Pittsburgh as a backup plan, which is disappointing for me. And we want to talk about that more. I think Cleveland is another spot that he's went to, and they offered him a chance to come in. But it would be funny because they also traded for Pickett, so it would be now Russell Wilson and Kenny Pickett in Cleveland. And the one thing Pickett didn't want to do in Pittsburgh is compete for the job.
She said that he would, yes, only if he ain't petty. But y'all know he's gonna be petty, so I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, one more time.
Rogers can't be petty.
We don't accept petty in Pittsburgh. Petty in Pittsburgh don't work. The double P's don't work. I'm telling you right now.
That's the question. That is the question, though. But kudos to Winston. I ain't gonna take his thunder away. But yeah, I think it's a good situation. But we'll see. But New York is still gonna be trash this year. So
well, he get $8 million to solidify his money for his family. That forget what and he gets another opportunity. And I liked him last year in Cleveland. He made some mistakes, but there was a game he threw like 6 touchdowns.
It was. He always had some good and bad. I think if he could get in the right system, the right coach, he could actually fall like a Baker Mayfield. Yes. He's been getting the runaround, and I really think this talent's there. And I'm hoping he finds a home before Father Time catches up with him.
And maybe the Giants could be at home. Maybe he'll throw 30 touchdowns and 3 interceptions this year. Maybe only win 5 games, but he won't be the reason they didn't.
He may turn around New York. So, and if Shador go there, he'll be a good backup. So.
And listen, and they all should be better than Dallas anyway. Oops, did I just take a shot at that? My fault. My fault. Sorry.
You're low key. You low key love them, cowgirl.
Speaking of Dallas.
Speaking of them. Y'all still giving away. Y'all still have your yard sale this week too. The 49ers stopped their yard sale finally. Seahawks finally stopped their yard sale. But the Cowboys still got a yard sale going on. Hello, Monica.
Hey, mommy. How you doing? How you doing?
Thompson. So definitely, I don't know. They're giving away everything. What's going on?
Maybe they got a secret. Maybe they got something. Jerry will do something the last minute and overpay for something, and maybe he's gonna do that again for a trade or something. I don't know what he's doing.
AI players. Maybe we got some AI players. I don't. Squad full of metal. Squad full of metal. I don't know. Yeah, the Niners getting new furniture. Yeah, but the shipment ain't coming in yet. So we're gonna keep waiting. We're gonna keep waiting.
We're gonna sit quietly.
Brandon Cooks has gone down to the Saints. Everybody's rebuilding as they should. But a couple teams out here just being a little retarded. So I know they're saying thank you. Cooks is not a bad situation to have. So dummies.
And on the side note, Purdue up by 20 on McNeese State, 34-14 in the first half.
That ain't good. Well, I'm about to let y'all get on out of here so you can go watch your good old, I was about to say football, but basketball for today.
Yes.
Oh, y'all. This boy get on my nerves. He said it. I want to be a billionaire so freaking bad. Caleb says he's going to be the first NFL billionaire to sign $1 billion contract. That's all I'm gonna say. He's serious
Oh,
about this shit.
what I'm gonna say is simply this: there's never been a athlete who became a billionaire who didn't win.
Let's start there.
Let's leave it there. You have to win for people to want you to make money. You're not gonna make money in the NFL. That money, that billionaire status, doesn't come from the NFL. It comes from everything outside of you playing on that field. Ask Michael Jordan. His money came from selling shoes. You ask LeBron James. His money come from wherever outside of that. But you want to be the first billionaire in the NFL. That's not gonna happen. And now you got to win a game. Listen, how many 18 jerseys that you think you can sell this year versus last year? You got them last year because you're a rookie and you're brand new. Now you got to put your talent moving forward for people to want to buy stuff and want to see your face on the car dealership outside of Chicago. Who want to see you on an Under Armour commercial? I want to. You want to do a Coke commercial? Get out of Chicago. You know how you do that? You win. So shut your mouth. Win more than 3 games. And then you can start talking about what the money you want to make. That's my
I guess
opinion. I'm gonna sit there.
I guess it just got too quiet for him, so he needed the attention and said something just stupid as hell. Per his agent, what he wants when his rookie contract is up, check this out. He wants a 10-year deal, $1.1 billion, 110 million per year. The first 1 billion contract, basically, the first NFL $1 billion contract, and he wants 600 million of it guaranteed. And he wants a statue when he makes the Super Bowl.
That means what you just said to me.
He sounds like Trump. He sounds like the Black Trump.
Oh, that
I want
says
a $200 bill.
how, how long is a rookie deal? 4 years
Yeah.
or 5 years? Okay. So what you're telling me is you're
They
gonna win
have
the
the
next.
option on the fifth year. They don't
Okay,
have
that means you're gonna win the next at least 3 out of the next 4 Super Bowls. Is what you just told me for you to get to anywhere near what you just said. You go so we can bank it. That that new casino in Dallas. We're gonna put money on Chicago within the next 3 out of the 4. Neither one of those two things are gonna happen. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's all I'm gonna say. This was there's definitely some news we can't use without the damn my little flyer come up. I don't know what's wrong with him. Like I said, clearly he wants some attention. The door's open. He found a little spot to jump on back in there. I don't know. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish
I
I
wish
was
it
a
was a
ball.
baller. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, but he just want to be a billionaire. So freaking bad. So yeah, I had to let y'all know that I'm so stupid. I don't even like him anymore. I did used to, but his arrogancy has driven me crazy. And this is true. This is something that he really wants. This is from his agent, and it's something hopefully he'll think about before he asks that dumbass question and get cut. Yeah, he's not panning out well.
I'm done with that subject. I can't
Yeah,
even.
I'm done with that. But yeah, that's all I got. I had to give y'all that little bit. But outside of that, I think we're pretty good today. That is all we have for you guys. Want to make sure you guys can get back to your college basketball, men and women. We both on. I would take definitely got to shout out our T double over here getting us some good old gifts and paraphernalia for us to wear. Paul, we got you. But thank you guys. I want to thank you all for joining us every Saturday, every Tuesday. Uh, Definitely love and appreciate the support. You got any shout outs, TT?
Shout outs to everyone who popped in, everyone who listens to the show. We're gonna have a contest and we want to give out this merch too. So I want the people to come up with a contest. You told me to come up with one, but I'm like, no, I can't do that. I don't have the brain power for that right there. But I want the people to come up with the contest. We want to make sure we give away some of this merch. We want this merch everywhere. We want you to see our take in all parts of the country. We would even let people who like Michigan or live in Tennessee or the Tennessee fans
Right.
wear merchandise because that's what we do. We want to get it everywhere. So we're gonna want y'all to come up with a contest so
Definitely.
we got these t-shirts, we got the hats, we're trying to figure out we got polos, we got a little bit of everything going on right now. We want to see what's happening. So
We do, and definitely, y'all. I want you guys tomorrow on Sunday. Razzle Dazzle Apples and More will be vending. We're an official vendor of the Dallas Soul Food Festival. Uh,
soul food.
so the Dallas Soul Food Festival. I'm not too sure if you guys know. It will be downtown on Montgomery Street, downtown Dallas. By Lofty Spaces. Definitely want to come out. It is Gonna be so much food, so many different vendors, even vegan. It is 12 to 6 o'clock. We have vegan food, treats, of course, Razzle Dazzle will be there. But honestly, it's about 10,000 tickets that have been sold. So it's gonna be massive. It's gonna be a great event. It's gonna be about 75, 80 degrees tomorrow here in Dallas. Paul, bring your ass out. Come on down there and get some good apples. I'm gonna have some candy grapes. I'm even gonna bring out brownie popsicles. So yeah, but forget cake popsicles. We're gonna roll it over to the brownie, so the brownie side of it. So I got some good stuff that's coming out tomorrow. We're gonna have. I'm even gonna have a whatchamacallit. Did you like whatchamacallits back in the day?
Got me drooling. You don't have supposed to have me drooling
I'm
about
gonna
Wakanda.
have me a good old whatchamacallit apple as well. So definitely come on out, check us out. We will be there. So you come out and get some good food, but come and support the Dallas Soul Food Festival tomorrow from 12 to 6 downtown Dallas on Montgomery Street. That's all I got. That's all I got, guys. I need that merch. You know we got you, Paul. You know we got you. We got you. Holla at TT after the show. He do got you for real. For real, for real. But anyway, on that note, y'all be easy, enjoy your weekend. Y'all come back, holler at us Tuesday so we can talk about around the 32, how we ended up. Until then,
You know what's about to happen.
we out. Peace.